Hey everybody, Nathan Ronen, CFA here with another update. Actually, if you're a level 1, level 2, or level 3 candidate, this would all be applicable to you, but primarily I think the example I'm going to be using here is related to level 3, but you're welcome to listen. If you'd like to continue getting these updates on a weekly or bi-weekly basis as I post them on my YouTube channel, don't fail to press the subscribe button and the notifications button now so that you can continue to be on top of what's going on in the CFA world. All right, well, I just actually got off the phone. I was, doing some stuff, and I got a phone call from a candidate of mine who's taking the level 3 exam. And this is a common question I get all the time from level 1, level 2, level 3. They're in the process of doing mock exams. It's a couple of months away from the actual exam that they're taking, in this case, February 2025. And they're saying, Nathan, I'm really getting discouraged. I watched your videos. I did, the curriculum readings or the learning ecosystem readings or some prep providers' prep notes. I've been doing practice questions. I've been doing Q-Bank questions. I've been taking notes. I just did my first mock exam, and I just blanked out. I was doing these private wealth management questions or these institutional investor essays, and I just blanked out. I just never know what they're looking for. I just was kind of stumped. And I was like, okay. And so this was your first exam? Yeah, I took my first mock exam, and okay. Here's the problem. Here's the problem that happens. A lot of people today, and I can't say that this is you, but I see this a lot, want instant success. Instant success. They put money down on a stock. It goes up. Boom. It triples, quadruples overnight. They do one practice exam for the CFA Institute's, level 1, 2, or 3 exam. They want it scored 80 or 90. Patience. Same thing with job interviews. And this is what it reminded me of, actually, job interviews when I was talking to the gentleman. You go to a job interview. You expect to answer all the questions and have all the answers and get the job. You got to manage the expectations. Okay? The way I relate this to a job interview is as follows. Okay? When you go into a job interview, you want to be well prepared, okay? So you want to know things about the company, you want to know why you're applying there, you want to have some facts about the position, you want to be able to show how how you might be a good fit for the organization, okay? And whether it's an interview for a job or whether it's an interview for a school, you will have people that will provide you online with, here's a set of questions you should be able to answer on your interview. And you will study these questions and you'll memorize the answers and you'll have set answers and, fixed answers for these. And then all of a sudden you go to the job interview or you go to the interview to get into the college or the MBA program or the PhD, whatever it is. And suddenly they ask you some we call it softball questions, and you answer them very well and you're feeling good. And then all of a sudden they ask a really tough question, or they just start grilling you and they start asking you questions that you were not prepared for, that you didn't know the answers to, that you didn't have a rehearsed answer for. And you're like, what's going on here? I was doing so well. This is exactly what happens in interviews, whether they be for jobs, for schools. It happens on the CFA exam, is people are testing what you're made of. All right. So there will be softball questions, or there should be some softball questions to make you feel comfortable. But then they want to be able to distinguish between you and other candidates for the job, between you and other candidates for the exam, between you and other candidates to get into the college or into the MBA program. They have to make those distinctions. So you will not be able to have all the answers to all the anticipated questions. You can try, but that's not going to happen. And if the interviewer is a good interviewer, they are going to immediately see that you have rehearsed answers, and then they're going to suddenly whop a question at you that you didn't expect, that you didn't have on your list, that wasn't on the website that you studied, and they're going to see whether you truly are or are not made for the job. That is, and you've probably gone through that, and you walk out of there feeling very bad, and sometimes you get the job, and sometimes you don't, and you don't know why. Same thing with the CFA level 1, level 2, and level 3 exam, focusing on the level 3 exam for a second. You really want to know what the essays are going to be on exam day? Nobody knows. You want to know what the item sets are going to be on the level 2 exam? on exam day, nobody knows. You have to understand the CFA Institute has stopped releasing the real questions of the real exams in 1997 for level 1, 2004, 2005 for level 2, and then around 2017 for level 3. They used to release the essays. They don't do that anymore. So when you're using mock exams or preparatory materials, you shouldn't be expecting that those questions that are on the mock exams are a clear indicator that these are going to be the questions or the essays on your exam, nor should you conclude that they are going to be exemplary of the exact questions you're going to get on the exam, because nobody knows for sure what's in that database, no prep provider, and anybody that tells you they know what the questions are, they're lying to you. But what the mock exams do is the following, just like your set of questions to be prepared for the interview. It helps you to get prepared for the exam. It helps you, in this case, to manage your time, learn how to do essays in 12 minutes or less, how to do item sets in 12 minutes or less, so that you're not left on exam day not having completed essays or item sets, which obviously will be marked wrong. It also helps you with seeing what kinds of things you still need to maybe study a little bit better or harder, just in case they ask it on the exam. And that's the key, just in case they ask it on the exam. Level 2, 88 questions. Level 1, 180 questions. Level 3, 11 item sets, 11 essays. There's no way that they can ask everything in the program on any exam. So you need to try to bob and weave and go with the flow as much as possible. Score the best that you can on the mock exams, but don't interpolate your scores as indicative of exactly what you're going to get on the real exam, because it's not. I have seen plenty of people take my mock exams and score very well and pass. And I've also seen people score very well and not pass, because it all just depends on the questions that are asked on exam day and whether you studied that material and understood it and presented it in an essay the way the graders are looking. So the best that you can do is, just like an interview, prep for it, be prepared for those, softball questions, be prepared for some hardball questions, but expect the unexpected. Expect an essay that's going to blow you out of the water. Expect an item set that's going to blow you out of the water. Expect questions that will possibly not have been on any mock exam, or you don't even remember it in the program. Knowledge is cumulative. CFA Institute even has the right to ask you certain things that are based on things you learned in level 1 and level 2 if you're taking the level 3 exam. So again, don't panic. That's not the solution. Don't look at your first exam and say, oh my God, I got a 40 on it, I'm failing this exam. That's like buying one stock and the next day it goes down and you think that you have no ability to select a stock that will ever go up. Guys, small sample sizes are not good. You got to do a lot of mock exams, a lot of practice, so that you are best prepared for exam day, but always with the understanding that I'm using these mock exams, as Nathan said, for time management, and I'm looking to see what kinds of things I should beef up on or learn better, so that they ask it on the exam, I can answer it. But what actually happens on the exam, how the pass rates are determined, what is the percentage of questions that you're going to need to get right, you'll never know. Nobody's going to share it with you, so don't worry about it. What you should worry about is just trying your best, and that's all you can do, and not drive yourself crazy. Okay? Hopefully you understood what I'm talking about, and if you relate this to the job world, it makes sense as well. Can't anticipate every question that the interviewer is going to ask, and you should always anticipate that they're going to throw a ringer question at you, and it's how you maintain your composure and how you focus on it, and you think a little bit, and then you answer it to the best of your ability, knowing that those are the questions that are really putting you on the spot. Okay? Have a great day, and I hope this was helpful to you. If you have any other questions, reach out to me at chalkandboard.org. That's CHALK and AND, board, BOARD.org, and I'm happy to help you out in any guidance I can give. Have a great day, and good luck on your exams if you're taking it in February 2025.